So I was Team Johnny the whole way through that ridiculousness that was the defamation trial last year. And so it's sweet, sweet vindication to see Johnny Depp back in the limelight with a 7-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival as a result of his most recent performance, his first performance in years since all of the chaos went down and the defamation of character from his ex. He's starring in a film called Jeanne du Barry, which is a French film. And this article goes on to talk about how the French are still enamored with Johnny Depp. This is from Variety, by the way. The embattled actor, who hasn't appeared in public since his protracted 2022 legal battle with his ex, received a 7-minute standing ovation on Tuesday night at the premiere of the film festival's opening night film Jean du Barry, which is where he plays King Louis the 15th. It says here he held back tears as the crowd in the south of France erupted in prolonged applause for his performance. The film's director and star Maiwen also broke out into tears as she briefly took the mic, and she said, "I want to share this moment with my lover and my producer with La Pacte. It was a production that was difficult to finance. I want to share this moment with all my team across the theater." Um, eh, if you haven't been watching, there was a great article. I think I read it last night from the director of the Cannes Music Festival because there have been some people who are protesting Johnny Depp's appearance at the festival and making some ridiculous statements about him and his supposed guilt, even though he was found to be innocent and the defamation was against his character, meaning the person who made the accusations against him was found to have made those accusations in falsity and for the specific purpose of defaming his character. Um, he's here, and that director has. They've got some of his statements here, which we're going to read through. Which is one of the reasons I say it's great to see Johnny back, and it's great to see that there are people in the world who pay attention to the most important things in here. Um, the director, his name is, I'm going to probably butcher the pronunciation, Thierry Fremaux, and this is possibly what I read last night. Yeah, he confronted the backlash against Johnny Depp, rejects the claim that it's a festival for rapists, and said, if that's the case, why are all these people here? Why are you all attending? Why are you all buying tickets if you're saying that this is a festival to support these, horrible atrocities that you claim are being committed? Why did you buy tickets and come? Like the very fact that you're here supporting the event with tickets proves that you don't actually think what you're saying. Very interesting conversation from him. Also, he says, I don't know about the image of Johnny Depp in the U.S. In my life, to tell you the truth, I only have one rule: freedom of thinking, freedom of speech, and acting within a legal framework. If Johnny Depp had been banned from acting in a film, or the film was banned, we wouldn't be here talking about it. But the controversy came up once the film was announced at Cannes because everybody knew Johnny had made a film in France. I don't know why the director chose him, but it's a question you should ask Maiwen. As for the rest, I'm the last person to be able to discuss all this. If there's one person in the world, this is the important part. If there's one person in the world who didn't find the least interest in a very publicized trial, it was me. I don't know what it's about. I don't care about what it's about. I only care about Johnny Depp as an actor. Um, uh, Apparently, the director and actress Maiwen also found herself at the center of controversy before opening night after she admitted to spitting on a French journalist. She's being sued by Edwy Plenel, an editor-in-chief of Mediapart magazine, because of the incident. Manuel was sitting at herself by a restaurant, allegedly went to Plenel's table and grabbed him by the hair before spitting in his face. Who knows if that's actually true or not? Oh, actually, she did confirm it. She said, "Did she actually saw him?" And she says, "Yes." So who knows what happened? Um, He's okay. So the person she assaulted, said the aggression caused more stupid than anything else. She didn't aggress me individual, but the symbol that I represent as the founder and director of a journal watch in France has been on the forefront of all the Me Too revelations. Anyway, Depp receives thunderous applause from fans when he showed up on the red carpet outside the Palais. His fans were waiting with posters, shrines, and more as they screamed when they made his way over to sign autographs. The film, Jean du Barry, is currently seeking U.S. distribution at the festival. Now, I've seen some clips from the film, and it looks like he is back doing what he's always done best, which is character performances. Um, Before he ever became the cultural phenomenon that was Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp was always known for doing really quirky and fun characters. Ichabod Crane comes to mind. I always loved The Ninth Gate. That's one of those really indie films where he was like a rare book collector and he finds this book that supposedly is like can summon the devil, and it was a really weird. low budget indie film that he did way back in the day. But I always loved that film in particular. Willy Wonka, he's always done characters, and his portrayal of King Louis looks to be pretty fun. So I can't wait to see this film. But I'm just happy that Johnny's back. It's very justifying to me to see people coming out of false accusations and winning the day because there are way too many um, during this Me Too movement, which is, to some degree justified and necessary for some areas. Way too many people have jumped on that bandwagon and have used it for their own personal benefit and have made ridiculous claims that are absolutely false. We talked about this recently with the writer in the games industry who those two women made up false accusations against him. He took them to court, and they were found to have falsified those statements, and they made a public apology and are paying reparations to him as well as paying his legal fees. So not every case that you hear of someone who cries assault is true. Sometimes those aren't true. And sometimes we need to wait for things to go through the legal system before we rush to judgment. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. But we have this mob mentality with social media these days. So I really appreciate the director of the Cannes Music Festival specifically saying, I didn't pay attention to the trial. I don't care what that's about. I only care about Johnny Depp as an actor. So separating the art from the artist, separating stuff that's happening in their personal life from what they bring to the screen and their professionalism in the business of making movies. I highly appreciate that stance, and I appreciate people who have stood by this man in light of all the false accusations. And I, for one, am really glad to see him back in the spotlight. I can't wait to see more fun Johnny Depp performances in the future now that he's been able to put all this stuff behind him. So I can't wait to see more about this film where he portrays King Louis the 15th. Let me know your thoughts below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see everybody in the next episode.